Hey guys, well, it's another weekend adventure, and this weekend I tried for the first time, well, I'm going to try for the first time, a Hipcamp. This is a Hipcamp called, the road's a bit rough. This is a Hipcamp called, I think it's Wotton Airstrip. Didn't really have much information about it other than what's on the Hipcamp app. But they have a couple of good looking sites. It is apparently four-wheel drive only. They do say it's four-wheel drive only on the website, so but yeah, I guess wouldn't probably want to come down here with a two-wheel drive car. It is a bit rocky and ruddy. But anyway, we're going to try this one out. I haven't done a Hipcamp before. I usually don't like paying for my campsites. This one was relatively cheap, I think, about $26 or $28 a night, which actually isn't that cheap, but anyway, let's see what they've got. It does look like a nice little riverside camp. It's on the Macquarie River, and we came here through Bathurst again. There should be at least some toilet facilities, so I don't really know what to expect, but we'll check it out when we get down here. Yeah, it's going to be a cool weekend, as in temperature cool. It's supposed to get down to about -3 tonight, so we'll see how that goes. But I do love this region, and I've spent a lot of time on or around the Macquarie River. Yeah, I thought, we might as well try this one out. So yeah, we'll get down this little drop off. Definitely would be interesting if you were towing. They say you can get small vans and camper trailers down here. You'd want to have a capable camper trailer or van if you were doing that, but it looks like we're through the worst of it anyway. Yeah, so I'll get down there and I'll get the camera going again once I get down, and we'll go through setup, and we'll see you down there. I don't know if you'll be able to see this in the video, but I can just up ahead see the river, so I think we're going in the right direction. There are some very small sort of post markers or signposts, but I really don't know where I'm going, so we're just kind of winging it. Apologies for the camera shake, but for anyone who's watched my videos, I don't have anything fancy in terms of camera equipment, so I'm just having to prop this camera up and hold on to it. So yeah. Oh, okay, so I'm just going to pan around here. I can see some structure down there, and looks like some other campers as well, so I think we're definitely going in the right direction. And we'll see what looks like the drop toilet. So yeah, we're definitely going in the right direction. The road's pretty good. I mean, it is rough, but you certainly don't need any fancy vehicles to get down here. The Raptor loves it though. Alright, I'll go and find my spot, and I'll check in a minute. Alright, well, I haven't exactly found my spot yet, but just thought I'd show. They do have a cabin you can rent if you don't want to camp. It looks pretty cool, out on the river. They've got some horses, and I'm not actually sure what this shed is, but these are all the campsites. I've actually got what I think is called Deep Spot. I don't And yeah, a little close to other campers for my liking, but let's get down into what I think deep spot is straight ahead, and yeah, see how we go. All right, so here is our campground. There's a number of little camp spots here to choose from, but this is the one that I've got, which is called, I think it's called Deep Creek. The deep spot. There you go. This is the setup I've got now. First time using the rooftop tent. There's a fire pit here, but I'm not going to be using that on my own. I'll use a smaller one. Here's my little kitchen area. Got my cooker, my fridge, everything I need for a solo session. The spot, the throne, and you can see I do have some neighbours, and those neighbours include some alpacas, I think they are. I don't know, whatever those things are, alpacas, a couple of horses, and just up the hill is the amenities. The spot itself is pretty nice. I've just got, when I'm on my own, I just take the little fire pit. I don't need the space and the size of that big pit. I've got enough wood just for myself. Keep me comfortable. Got the new Airstrip 2 rooftop tent. It's going to be the first night in there. Some water, enough for a couple of days. As you can see, not a bad little spot. Should have brought a fishing rod. I know there's a lot of carp in here, but you get the odd cod or something in here, I think. Would have been nice. But yeah, not a bad spot. I'm going to do a separate video on the Airstrip 2. I thought before I do, I just want to have at least one night in it. But this is the setup. As you can see, my very technical leveling apparatus. I guess when sleeping on the back of the tub, I do want to have it level. But yeah, that's the layout of the rooftop tent. As I said, I'm not going to do a review on it now, but what I did do was just, I'll show you inside. As you can see, lots of room for a solo session. And I've also, in addition to the standard mattress that it comes with, which is only 50mm, I've added a self-inflator, which just gives me lots of really comfortable cushioning and support. And that's, I haven't slept in it obviously, but I have laid down in it, and it's super comfortable. The view from the bedroom, not bad. Wake up to that in the morning. Plus obviously the view from out the back here as well. But I might do a bit of video in the morning when I get up. But yeah, that's a quick look at the campsite for tonight. Hopefully that doesn't give way overnight, but I'm sure it'll be nice. Everything I need, as I say, this is just a solo session, so you know, everything I need is fairly minimal, but it's certainly enough to be comfortable. Any of the accessories that I want, pantry, kitchen, and all my 12-volt power stuff is all in the drawer. It is worth noting, when you've got the rooftop tent on, that hard lid, which if you saw the video I did on the ARB hard lid, it's super heavy, super hard to lift with a tent on. So the drawer just helps me be able to get to everything I need to without having to struggle, because once the tent's set up I leave the hard lid down. Yeah, that's it. The 12 volt setup is still going strong. The old battery box that I put together, I did do a video on that if anyone's interested in the 12 volt setup. But basically I run some LED lights across the awning. I've got a little lamp that I will turn on later if I need to move around. Plus the cool thing about the ARB hard lid, the rooftop tent, is it comes with its own lighting system, so lighting in and out, and I've just got that running just off of a battery bank. I could have run this straight to the battery box, but I just keep it on its own power, and that will give me power to the tent, so I can charge the phone overnight. Plus there's internal lighting as well. This switch is just for the external lighting, and you can turn that on and off from inside as well, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'll do another video on the rooftop tent once I've spent a night in it and have a bit more of a informed opinion. We've got these alpacas coming close. Where are we? Hello fellas. Yeah, we'll see if they don't disturb me later on tonight. But yeah, not a bad spot. I will crack open a cold one, I think, right about now, and get ready for the afternoon. Alright, for those wondering what the amenities are like, I think I thought I'd give you a quick look. So, yeah, clearly nothing special, but I guess it's a room with a view. Let's see what else they've got here. Not sure what this is. Looks like a little camp kitchen area. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, pretty civilised. Somewhere to have a bit of a fire and a sit down and eat. And again, not a bad view. Obviously targeted at larger groups, but not a bad spot to have a camp anyway. And there's my spot down there. Yeah, so that's Wotton Airstrip amenities. Not too shabby. So I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see, but I was told that there's a resident platypus here in the water, and look at that. There he goes. You don't see too many of them in the wild, so that's pretty cool. A little platypus. For any of the international viewers, extremely dangerous. Yeah, very intimidating creature. Is the platypus. No, I don't know. They actually do have a spike on them. You don't want to play with them. They will. They can sting you. Don't think it'll kill you, but I don't think it feels very good. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, the wildlife is certainly around. Oh, there he goes. He's back again. Where is he? That's pretty cool. It's not a great image of him, but oh, he's gone again. Anyway, there you go. Well, good morning. I've just got out of bed, got the fire going. But I'll tell you what, here's the struggle of cold climate camping. I've got my fridge set to 3 degrees, but of course it doesn't have a heater feature, so it's struggling. I think everything's going to be frozen. My 20 litre water is now a solid block, so I'm going to try and break that up to get some water out. I took a reading on the thermometer and it was -5, -4.5, -5. It's bloody cold. Not a lot of frost around. I mean, some things have got ice on them, but I know the wood is very cold. I tried to split some before and it was next to impossible. But yeah, it's the struggles of sub-zero camping, I guess. It was bloody cold last night. I was warm enough under the blankets, but any part of you that came out of the blanket was just absolutely freezing. But we'll get a coffee going in a minute and get that fire nice and warm and hopefully warm our fingers up, bones up a little bit. All right. So I thought for anyone who's looking at staying at Wotton Airstrip, Hipcamp, I thought I'd give you a bit of a look at some of the other campsites. So there's the one I'm staying in, known as the Deep Spot. But just along here, there's a couple more. So we'll go for a bit of a walk past the alpacas, and we'll look at each of these spots as we go. So once you get your car down here, it's a pretty easy drive down to each of the spots. All of them seem to be right by the river, and the grounds seem to be very well kept. It's fairly flat, as you can probably see in the video, there's a few dips and undulations, but it's pretty flat, relatively easy to level off if you have to. I guess this is the next spot. I'm not sure what this one's called, but each of the sites are signposted. So, not a very accessible riverfront. I mean, it's still on the river, but not as accessible as some of the others. This is called Sunnyside. So this gives you a fair amount of open space. Easily get quite a few cars in here. But that's Sunnyside. And the first time can feel a bit of warmth from that sun, so that's nice. Looks like right next to it, looks like there's another bit of a clearing, and then a bit further down there's even more. So I don't know if this one has a signpost or if it's part of that Sunnyside one, but again, another open space on the river. Like the last one, not a lot of good river access. If in summertime you wanted to come down for a dip, not the easiest to access the river. But again, lots of open space, and even a nice spot under the shade of that tree for the warmer months. Yeah, I don't see a signpost on that one, but this could all be part of what they call Sunnyside, I guess. And you sort of come down to the last one. I mean, each of these spots you could fit a few cars, and I guess if you took multiple spots, you'd get, half dozen cars or more. There's plenty of places, plenty of spots. This one Looks like the last spot in this line. Looks really pretty. A bit more of a river access here. See if this one's got a name. Oh yeah, lots of open space again. And this one is called the Rapids. There's a sign up there. And I guess they're calling it the Rapids because of the very small rapids. 5 pits in each of them, which is good. And yeah, if we come down here, let's see if there's any. It'd be decent river access. This would be good for families too if you had kayaks or something and you wanted to go paddling down the river. Looks like you got real good access to the water here, so this would be really nice in summer. Really pretty spot. Really fun for the kids as well. Yeah, so if I was coming back, this would probably be my next pick, I reckon. Stay in the rapids. But yeah, that's a look at, I guess, the few of the spots that are just near where I was. Bit of a swing. As I say, you know, with the toilet not too far away, half decent amenities, this would be a great spot to bring the family. Or just come as a couple. This one seems to be nice and secluded with lots of great access and plenty of shade for the summer months. Don't need it right now, but yeah, a really pretty spot. Alright, we'll see if there's any others that we can get to. I know that the other side of my camp, there was a few people there, and I don't like walking around other people's campsites when they're there. But you certainly got a lot of choice here at what is it, the Wotton Airstrip. Yeah, so really nice, well kept property. I'd certainly come back and yeah, probably pick this campsite here, being the Rapids. Alright, thanks guys.